How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, with the recent release of Spider-Man No Way Home, I figured it was time to continue on to the scenario of what if Spider-Man survived a snap. If you missed the first part, make sure to go and check that one out. And if you haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home yet, then please don't watch this as you'll 100% be spoiled. This is going to be a quick one as you'll see there's not a lot to talk about, but I hope you all enjoy it nonetheless. Anyways, huge shout out to all of my amazing patrons helping to support me, and let's get right back into it. So the reason this video is a lot shorter than the previous is there isn't really much to talk about if you've seen No Way Home. I'm actually really surprised, since last part I basically predicted what Peter's character arc would be in No Way Home, by pretty much giving that to him during the 5-year time gap between Infinity War and Endgame. The only difference being that he's much older and didn't have a Spider-Verse crossover to help him out. No Way Home right off the bat would start much different, as Mysterio was defeated without him revealing Spider-Man's true identity, which is what kicked off this movie in the first place anyways. Since Spider-Man's identity is still a secret, he can live a normal life as Peter Parker with him continuing to be Spider-Man, and working his job as a Stark scientist. Since Ned and MJ are pretty disconnected from Peter's school life, they'd go on fine too, and once their high school journey ends, they'll be able to apply for MIT and get in due to them having no real reason not to. They still remember Peter, and MJ doesn't have an easy way to figure out that he's Spider-Man, so wouldn't even look at him like that. Well, Ned obviously still knows, but nobody knows that he knows, so he'd still get into the college of his choice just fine. Without needing to go to Doctor Strange to make the spell, the multiversal villains would stay in their universes and meet the same fate that they did originally. Green Goblin would still accidentally kill himself, Doc Ock would sacrifice himself so he wouldn't die a monster, Sandman would just keep vibing as Sandman, the Lizard would just chill in his cell, and Elektra would be blown up by Andrew Garfield and Gwen. As for the alternate Peter Parkers themselves, Tobey Maguire would just stay in his home reality with MJ and not have a giant stab wound. Well, it would be a lot worse for Andrew Garfield's Spidey, since he never got that Gwen closure from saving MJ, and never got to see the brothers he always wanted and work as a team. He'd most likely still be depressed in his home reality, which would really suck. But not everything can go well without the multiverse being opened up. For Eddie Brock, he would just have the secrets of the universe be shown to him by Venom on that random bed, since he never got sent to the real universe, so he'd probably find out about other Spider-Men anyways through Venom. Basically, things would go well in our main reality. Aunt May gets to survive and still visit Peter's apartment from time to time, Ned would as well, and maybe MJ, though again, Peter and her wouldn't really be together, I don't think, and everybody would remember who Peter Parker was. No Way Home would have a nicer ending for the main continuity at least, and we can leave it off there with a good note. However, there is still another big change that would happen in another timeline. If you remember back during the time heist, Peter is able to snatch a Tesseract away from Loki before he grabbed onto it, so he wouldn't go off to be arrested by the TVA and kick off his series. Without the variant Loki around, Sylvie would be able to enact her plans against the Minutemen, but she would never be able to make it to the Timekeepers without a lot more coming after her. So, unfortunately, she would probably be pruned before she'd even get to the Timekeepers. Though, her being pruned would send her to the end of time, and she would probably still try to fight Elias since she did see something when she touched him, but without a Mobius there to drive her to safety, she would probably be eaten by him anyways, and never be able to uncover the secrets of He Who Remains, and in turn, Kang the Conqueror. So, the multiverse of Kang would never rise up. The TVA would never find out that they're variants, and the multiverse may never open up anyways. So, if Spider-Man survived a snap, No Way Home would go great for our main universe Peter Parker, though maybe not so great for everybody else. Even with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the No Way Home portion of this scenario. Even though it was a pretty sad one and a pretty short one, if there's demand for our next part, then I'll make sure to continue once we get the second season of Loki, Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, and any other Spider-Man movie or show that drops. Thank you all so much for watching this Quickie, and until we meet again. See you later!